I've made multiple videos in the past about the golden ratio and exactly how you can use it in design, but I thought I'm going to recap it because the golden ratio is kind of like this mythological thing that some designers know how to use and others don't, but in reality, it is super simple and you're most likely doing it already. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Let me just give you some background about the golden ratio. Like, what is it? It is what is known as the divine proportion. It is what Da Vinci used as that man thing. What is it called? There is a name for it. Jordan will put it up. Many artists and designers have used the golden ratio, such as in the Twitter bird logo. The Egyptian pyramids have actually got in proportion to the golden ratio, and many buildings in architecture follow the divine proportion. And the divine proportion has been mathematically equated to 1.618. It is found not only in man-made things, but predominantly in nature and in the universe. The actual universe is meant to look like the golden ratio, that spiral thing. The human face is also in the proportion of the golden ratio, believe it or not, but you may never even think about these things. Now, what makes the golden ratio work for design? Well, humans love symmetry and balance, and these proportions work all the time for a lot of different things. And notice how I say proportions. It is not a rule that you need to follow, it is a proportion. And these proportions can be used inside of logo design and many other places in design to make your design look even better designed. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can use the golden ratio today very easily. The first way is with typography. This is the most popular way, and you may have already been doing this without even thinking about it. You've got some text on your screen and you've got a title, maybe a subtitle and body text. Now, how large does that title need to be? Well, for it to be read on anything, it should be between 18 and 22 units. That's probably the best title that you can get, the size of it. Now, what is the subtext going to be? What size is that going to be? What point? Well, to figure that out, what we can do is actually divide it by 1.618. When we divide it by 1.618, you can see the typography scales down, and that scaling down is in the divine proportion. This is used in many different examples. I use it all the time on my YouTube thumbnails as well. It's just a really easy way of doing it, but most of the time you can start to eyeball it in the future when you get the eye off the proportion. So simply with typography, all you need to do is divide it by 1.618, or if you want some larger typography within your body text, like, you know, a small caption at the bottom or a larger caption, then just times it by 1.618. The next way you can use the golden ratio is within layout, and this is the most predominant way of using it. Layout design and art and everything from paintings from Leonardo da Vinci have used the golden ratio, or the Fibonacci sequence, or the divine proportion. Within layouts, you can actually divide certain grids into 1.618 to get a lower or a scaled down grid or a higher grid. If you look at this example that I'm showing you here, I am gridding a poster very simply by using either the rule of thirds or the golden ratio. All I do is I create the guides with my shape, then I divide it by 1.618 a few times depending on what I want, and then I'll turn it into a guide, and those are my proportions of what I'm going to use in this poster. Again, this is not a set rule of thumb, but it can be used within poster design, in paintings, and there are so many different examples of it. Now, you may have seen the spiral in the golden ratio. Now, this spiral is more of a photographic one that you can use to have more detail up at the top in the middle of the spiral, and more open space where the spiral is coming out, if that makes sense. Am I explaining this well? I hope so. Well, you can see it's like a snail shell, and it's very strange how a snail shell is in the divine proportion. But what we're really looking at is gridding, and there are so many examples of gridding in layouts, of how you can create layouts within the golden ratio. Many people have used it and cleverly put typography on posters or added information to websites using this. And the golden ratio doesn't need to fit the whole of the landscape of the image or the whole real estate of what you're working on. It can have subcategories as well. So you could have a layout on your website that has just got an image there, and in the top left corner you could have the golden ratio there and all the information inside of it perfectly gridded out. Now, the big one is logo design. How do you use the golden ratio within logo design? Well, generally speaking, when we use it in logo design, we're using the boxes or the circles, and this is the golden rectangle, a lot of people have called it, because it's not exactly 1.618. Generally speaking, the easiest way of using this within logo design is by creating the rectangles yourself and then drawing the circles within the rectangles to create a series of large and small circles. Now, this is a controversial one because people might not agree with me on this, but it works. Those circles that you've just created, which could be an infinite amount of circles in a vector program, are the only circles and curves that you'll use within your design. For instance, the Twitter bird was actually created in very much a similar way. Using the shape builder tool, you can create the Twitter bird through the circles of the divine proportion by just copying in the circle to wherever the curve is. Now, I've done videos in the past on the golden ratio where I've shown a logo that I did for a company that follows it precisely, and it was very interesting to do and very fun. It was called RH Faction. They are a HR company, I believe, in France, and their whole icon is based around the golden ratio of the divine proportions. But more than not, it's just about following the proportions that you've got down on the grid already. There's so much I can talk about when it comes to the logo design and golden ratio. It's uncanny, so if you want to know, press that subscribe button. Before I go into the next way to use the golden ratio, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. I've been using Squarespace for years to host my website and to basically build and have my website on there. It's unreal. Thousands of fully customizable templates that you can use for your web design business, your logo design business, to have your portfolio on there, to host your online shop so you can make some money through digital resources, and also a place where clients or potential clients can contact you for the first time. It's a huge benefit, and most importantly, it's affordable too. Little trick, they're doing a free trial right now. So if you click the link down below, you get a free trial where you can build your website for completely free. And then when you're ready to have your website go live and everyone to see it and come on, you get 20% off. So click that link down below and check it out. The last one, which is a few in one, is web design or UI design or UX design. Many web pages follow the golden ratio because it works really well. The rule of thirds is kind of similar to the golden ratio, and you can see it in most of my thumbnails that I put online. Now, if you're a web designer, it's good to look into this a bit more, and I've got some examples showing on screen here of websites that have been created with the golden ratio in mind. You would never have realized it until then, and then now you can see how simple it was by using the grids and the proportions of the golden ratio to create the layout. So the next time you're mocking up or doing a wireframe or just doing a quick sketch of a website, then go ahead and check out the golden ratio. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful to you and you enjoyed it, please press the red subscribe button. I upload multiple times a week. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see it again, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you soon. Goodbye.